It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Yes, we are making sustainable choices indeed, and it is an important week to focus on this. Now, of course, as summer approaches, nothing quite like soaking in the sea, dropping in a fishing line from the pier. But of course, the truth is our oceans are in trouble, and take a moment to take that on board. For centuries, people have regarded them as an inexhaustible supply of food and convenient dumping grounds, obviously, simply too vast to be affected by anything we do. But of course, human activity, particularly over the last few decades, has finally pushed our oceans to their limits and beyond. Now, nevertheless, all is not lost at this stage. With us in studio, we're joined by environmental campaigner Hayley McLellan from the Two Oceans Aquarium, good friends of ours, to chat about what we can do to help save our oceans this Marine Week. Is it too late? Am I being too hopeful? We know that the amount of rubbish that is floating in our oceans has reached critical mass. How far along are we?
If you look at the scientific evidence, it seems it's too late. It definitely does. But we can never lose hope. You know, there is always hope. And we're faced each day with so many doom and gloom messages.
Yeah.
So the approach of the Two Oceans Aquarium is to flip that around and actually inspire people and encourage them and show them that actually each individual can make a difference, even when it seems like it's just pointless.
Well, often it's the smallest actions that have that knock-on effect. And what I love about the way that you've geared your campaign this year, it's about affirmations, about positive affirmations of what we can do. So we're going to go through some of these promises that you guys have penned out for us. And I like this first one because this is something that affects all of us as consumers. I promise to use reusable bags instead of single-use plastic.
Absolutely. So one of my main campaigns at the aquarium, probably the strongest one, I would say, is called Rethink the Bag. And the objective is very clear, and that is to ban plastic shopping bags in South Africa. So it's quite
just
a
pay
massive
your
task.
extra 50 cents, but actually make a different choice.
Yeah, exactly. You know, if we keep doing the same thing over and over again, but we expect a different result, we're a little insane. So it's time to shift the thinking.
All right, now let's fly through some of the other promises. I love this promise too. I promise to drink only tap water.
Yeah, Cape Town has really good tap water. I hope you know that. Like, you know, no more bottled water.
Yeah.
The amount of plastic bottles that end up in landfill every day worldwide, globally, is astounding. And it's not necessarily better to drink bottled water than tap water. Often it's just municipal water which is being bottled. So, yeah,
When
there's
you've got
another
the
thought.
good quality, use it. I promise to say no to straws.
Of course, straws are one of the top 10 litter items on beach cleanups. If you've ever done a beach cleanup, they're just everywhere.
Yeah.
And animals tend to swallow them. That's not good.
Yeah, I know. We've seen you in studio with one of those animals, a beautiful little penguin, and I know they fall victim to balloons as well. I promise to say no to balloons.
I think typically people associate celebration with balloons,
Yeah.
and they are gorgeous. I mean,
Yeah,
who doesn't
it's
like a balloon?
Kids' favourite, yeah.
But once you release it, you know, what goes up must come down. It ends up back in the environment, and animals are swallowing them.
Now, I think this is one of the most heartbreaking when you look at how it can end up. I promise to say no to loops, and this we often see around cans.
Yeah. So just generally, if we're in the kitchen and you're, you know, working with different types of packaging, if you notice a loop, just take out a pair of scissors, chop it, and then recycle it, definitely. And so that when it ends up in the environment, it doesn't end up like that.
Choking a seabird or worse. Yeah, I promise to bin all my butts.
If you're a smoker, please, no more flicking.
That is your
cigarettes
responsibility, yeah.
Those cigarette butts are made of, they're not biodegradable. So many people think, well, it's biodegradable, it's not a problem. But it's actually made up of many different types of plastic, acetate, and so many toxins.
Chemicals,
if you
yeah.
think that butt just prevents some of the toxins getting into your lungs, it's out there in the environment once it rains. And
what I love here is it's not a massive stretch of the mind or the imagination. These are very simple things that all of us can think about and do. If you could send out one message on Marine Week, as someone who is so emotionally invested in what you guys do, what would that message be?
I would say just do one thing. You know, if we look at the whole issue around environmental pollution, it's just too overwhelming. If I said to you, you need to go and sort out the plastic pollution issue worldwide, you would run out of here so fast. But if I said, do you think you could do one thing and maybe stop using plastic shopping bags, you might consider that. And you'll find, you take one step, begin to feel a bit better, like
you
you're
start to build
contributing.
momentum,
Yes,
yeah.
and it continues from there. So just do one thing.
Well, we know our Expresso viewers do respond, and they will do that one thing. Hayley, thank you so much. And I
Thank
would
you.
add to that, go and see some of the creatures that you are helping to save. Go and visit the Two Oceans Aquarium. But Marine Week running from the 12th till the 18th, a chance for us to be inspired about protecting our marine environment, something that we have to do now. We have reached critical mass. Well, time now to look into getting a brand new home, and we're going to help you get there in style.